I'm JP from SLUG Magazine. We're with two of the principal songwriters from a local group called Breaux. Don't get it wrong, it's B-R-E-A-U-X. Okay, it's still awesome, it's still a great name. You can actually read more about the forming of the name in this month's publication. This is our March SLUG page. Page about 10. You can find this article and find out more about these guys. But let's go beyond the printed page and get into your guys' heads. All right. Now you formed about, was it 3 years ago? Is that correct?
4 this summer, so 2006. Summer of 2006.
And you've got the Brown Bag EP release, which is great. People can still buy that, I hope.
Yes, they can.
iTunes, Amazon MP3.
Or come to a show.
Or come to a show. We would prefer that.
Yeah.
I'd prefer you guys to play more often and sell more stuff too. And you're also working on some new material to get into the hot little hands of the kids that like it. And how's that going so far?
Really well. We're really happy with the 2 songs we currently have rough tracks for, and we're definitely looking forward to just getting more material out there and doing the best shit we can, really.
And what part do you play in the process? You're a bassist, but how hands-on are you?
I'm the bassist, and honestly, our guitar player writes most of the riffage and such. But
yeah.
I'm the behind-the-scenes guy. I'm the business/manager kind of guy.
Okay.
So.
Well, I'm a bassist, and I like to think that always bassists are principal songwriters, regardless.
Well, yeah.
You take a theme and then you run with it. The bass is what creates the song. But
in your band, maybe if my guitar player were in here, he would probably kick you in the face.
You know what? Was it? It starts with the Greg. He's one of the better guitar players in town. He shreds. Shredding is the optimal word too. You can't even say like playing. He's awesome.
He does.
I
think his guitar talent actually, or his hair is actually a reflection of his guitar talent.
His hair, the longer his hair is at a show, the better show it's going to be.
He's like Samson.
Yes.
The long hair.
Yes.
Very biblical.
Which ironically, Sam Simpson has the nickname of Samson, but Greg Wilson has the powers of Samson.
It's true.
So
But there's a biblical connection there. Speaking of the Bible, though, you guys are God haters. Heathens.
Well, see, you can't hate something that's not real.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Let's bring it. Let's talk about atheism, guys, and how it inspires your music.
Well, some of my songs, they do refer to God, but I don't really come out and just say, like, I don't do it like a way a lot of Christian bands do, and just come out and like really preach in their songs. I just kind of hint at it. Anytime I reference God, it's always in a negative light. He's always destroying or hurting or killing, and it's just never positive. And a lot of it has to do with inner turmoil, because that to me is where God came about in the first place. Is just, what the fuck's going on up here? Oh, obviously I don't understand it. So
Burning bush scenario.
Yeah, exactly. It's just, finding a way to explain the unexplainable. And that's where I feel God came from, and that's where my music, or where my lyrics really reflect. Is just, whenever I reference God, it's never a good thing. It's always struggle and pain and heartache.
Now, there's an elephant in the room, big elephant right now. Nobody likes to talk about it, but we are in Salt Lake City, and I've found this before with other bands. There's a serious push against like the religious right. Does that have anything to do with Mormonism or anything like that, or where does it come from for you guys?
I wouldn't say it's against Mormonism, and honestly, we're not even against anything.
All right, yeah.
We have a lot of friends who are super Christian and who are super Mormon. We personally don't believe in God, and we think that it's kind of a silly fairy tale. Like, okay, some dude lived in a whale for however. Okay, sweet.
Whatever you say, Grandpa.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of one of those whatever you say, Grandpa moments, because it's like, okay, cool, this guy died and woke up 3 days later. Whatever. It's like,
honestly,
if that shit happens. Sorry, I'll let you get to that. If that shit happened now, and you talked about it, you'd be like, okay, you're retarded and you're crazy.
And they take your kids away from
it. Exactly. Yeah. But since it was written in a book 2,000 years ago,
Well, and it's just, I don't know, people are always like, oh, it was a different time back then. There are instructions on how to sell your daughter into sexual slavery in the Bible, like word for word.
That's my favorite part.
Yeah.
It says you can't. It says you can't have sex with a woman while she's ovulating.
Right.
Hello.
My favorite time, right? Let's cut that part out.
No, you cut that part out. And,
Jam.
Jam.
Hey, any famous last words from the Breaux? This is like live fast and die young sort of shit.
Oh shit.
See, we don't do either because we're gonna be old and fat and just.
Hey. Smoke weed every day. Not really, but.
No.
All right. Well then.
Don't do that.
We got nothing.
That's just bad. You'll get kicked out of your parents' house, and then you're gonna be living in your car.
And it's a gateway drug, so black tar heroin is next on the list.
Often weed to heroin is
Well, that's
I see it
the
every
right
day.
straight too.
Honestly, now, like, where I am, it's just how can you have one without the other, you know?
Wow.
It's like cake without frosting.
It's like love and marriage.
Don't
All right.
don't
Cut
do
that
heroin.
part out.
Yeah, don't do heroin.
I
Maybe
love
just
that.
that for the last words. Just don't do heroin.
Good.
Any last
Thank you.
words? Any last words, Clip? Don't do heroin.
Good. Thank you. Hey, stay off the dope. Say no to dope, kids.
Up with hope, down with dope.
That's what I always say.
All right, for more from Breaux, why wouldn't you want more from these guys? Go to our video section at slugmag.com. Thanks for checking it out.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Awesome.
Maybe
I love
just
that.
that for the last words. Just don't do heroin.
Good.
Any last
Thank you.
words?